So now it is that your girl's recording. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into this next damn reaction, shall we? Now, Ola Masama, shout outs to you. It's been a minute since it is I reacted to you, gang. My Hero Academia, the worst fandom of all. Don't play with me. As somebody it is that loves My Hero, do not play with me. Do not play with my emotions, okay? So, without further ado, y'all, let's get into this next video. Y'all, let's do it.
No, wait, no.
Yo, My Hero fans, we can fight. We can fight about it. We can fight about it. Because I like My Hero. What's up with it? What's up with it? I mean, the fandom is weird. But I enjoy the show. You know what I mean? I enjoy My Hero. Is the fandom a little bit weird? Yes. But they're not the only ones of the people of the anime community that is on the weird side. Let's keep it 1010. Let's keep it real funky out here. You know what I'm saying? But literally not funky in the armpits. Please.
Gosh, this video took like a year off my life. So I previously had made a video on the JJK fandom being one of the worst in recent memory. The main factors being things like spoiling.
If you want to talk about a community it is that's just terrible, it is the JJK fans. And I love JJK. But y'all will put a spoiler in something it is that doesn't even have anything to do with JJK. And just when it is that I thought I could able to mute the word JJK and all the characters and everything that related to that, I got hit with a spoiler and the most randomest tweet. And I got so mad for like 2 hours. You know what I mean? JJK the GOAT? Girl, hush. No! It is the GOAT, but I just hate how y'all spoil things, bro. Like, I hate it. I hate it.
Shipping, lunacy, etc. Like, I don't even want to try to understand what this even means. But when I was reading the comments of that video, I saw a lot of mentions of a certain fandom, the My Hero fandom. And I was really confused, to be honest. How could the My Hero fans be worse than the JJK fans? Nowadays, the fans are pretty tame and should be pretty happy considering the anime is back and the manga is seemingly wrapping things up. And from what I've seen, they haven't done anything crazy, is what I had previously thought. I didn't really engage with other fans of My Hero outside of my own friends, so I've usually just enjoyed the show in peace. Thank goodness I did that, because I was able to miss the...
Maybe that's just me, and maybe that... I can see why it is that people don't believe to where it is that I enjoy anime. I love watching anime. Don't get it twisted. But I don't get too involved with anime community because there is a lot of people it is that get a little too weirded for me. And y'all know what it is that I mean when I say this. And I don't want to disparage anybody because there is a lot of people within the anime cosplay community that is I absolutely love and I'm cool with. Boom. But some of them just kind of just ruin it and everything. I enjoy watching anime, but I don't get too caught up within the anime community. If that makes sense. It's kind of like the same thing with streaming. I love the streaming community, but I don't get too caught up with the streaming community anymore.
Prime My Hero fandom, and not prime in a good way whatsoever. The amount of feats this fandom has in all aspects is historical. I was truly in denial of who the worst fandom could possibly be, and if you have similar thoughts as me, I think this video will educate you a bit more on the crimes some of these fans have committed. First off, we need to address one of the biggest problems when diving into the history of the MHA fandom, the cringe. It's a staple of the community. Every fandom has their own idiosyncrasies. JoJo's fans are unhinged, Dragon Ball fans can't read, Chainsaw Man fans are in shambles, which I can't even blame them after that recent chapter, so on and so forth. As you saw in the clip in the beginning, My Hero fans have had some of the cringiest clips in the history of the internet. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with being cringy or corny or something like that. It's not like these guys need to be attacked or thrown in jail or something, and certainly not every My Hero fan is a cringe lord. However, at a certain point, we have to draw a line for the amount of cringe the average human can tolerate. And back in the day, when MHA was on fire, these fans crossed the line repeatedly, usually including some NPC with a Deku wig doing something weird.
Can I ask you some questions? Sure. Whatever. Okay. How do you feel about Bakugo? Tell you to speak of him!
Bro, I don't even know what I'm watching anymore at this point. Like, you see what I'm talking about. It doesn't help that Deku's voice is kind of easy to do while making it annoying as well. Oh yeah, I might as well talk about the rampant cringy cosplays in this community as well. I feel like 60% of the MHA cosplays I've seen are to do some corny TikTok video or push their favorite ship, and don't...
That's actually true. That's actually true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. maybe it is like for me, I am extremely good at being present, but not mentally present in certain situations, right? So again, when it comes down to watching my hero, I don't get too involved when it comes down to the cringe. I actually, besides that very beginning clip, I have not seen any other cringe related my hero TikToks. And maybe that's a good thing. Knock on wood. Maybe that's a good thing. The reason why it is I have not seen that, but I don't get too caught up with like, you know what I mean? I just don't. So, but seeing this is a little weird. Like I saw this one skit that made him go into a bathroom and he wanted to eat someone's shit, and it was racist. Uh, I oh, I see.
Don't go away. We'll be covering those abominations shortly. To clarify, I think these cosplays are cool, but something like this is just weird. Cosplaying is a cool concept for sure, but I feel like if I were to do one, I couldn't even consider trying to do Bakugo, Deku, or Todoroki. I feel like it's all just cursed at this point. I think the worst part about all the cringy videos is that there is so little creativity. It's always the same corny lines about Deku and Bakugo or something. Or maybe they'll get a bit frisky and pin Deku to the wall. Why is it always Deku? Oh my gosh. That's something I gotta give fandoms like One Piece credit. The peak of their memes are mad funny and creative. From what I've seen, the only My Hero memes that are funny are the same fans just laughing at the insane ones. Speaking of insane, the MHA fandom at its peak seemingly has insanity that rivals JJK levels. Actually, insanity isn't the right word for it. I say this because we know that a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen fans be joking with some of the crazy memes like, nah, I'd win. I'd outright call some of the My Hero fans delusional, cause some of these MHA videos seem to be dead serious. I felt like this video should be featured in this section.
What the actual is going on? What am I looking at? I'm so glad it is that I don't see this within real life. Yeah, immediate jail. This is like when I tell y'all this, like I do reactions, yes, but me giving the reaction to what I'm seeing right now is a real reaction. I've never seen this before. And I watch My Hero. That's cringe. That's really cringe. That's weird.
To show my point, like, what is this? Todoroki giving birth? What am I supposed to feel when watching this? I truly hope this was satire, because this is just a new level of crazy. This is Quanos level outrageousness.
Somebody once told me it's your power, Todoroki. Your mother burned your face when she left, and now you're gay. Yeah.
That clip practically sums up how crazy a fandom can be. Sometimes you gotta break down a scenario to really show how absurd it is. We got people in a circle surrounding a Todoroki cosplayer singing a coordinated song specifically around this character, then calling the character gay. This is all in public, by the way. There's so much to unpack in this one clip, but I think we all get the idea. It's weird. I actually see why a lot of people don't rock with My Hero now. I promise you, I forget that this show is about teenagers trying to be heroes when I see all these videos. I'm starting to even wonder if some of these fans watch the show. They seemingly take a concept that is kind of present in the series and start going off on their own fan-made canon. Also,
honestly, there's a lot of anime shows that have a very crazy fan fiction. JJK is pretty bad. Now, I say Gojo, he's fine, but like, you don't see me out here writing all these fan fictions about Gojo. That's a bit weird. But first and foremost, like, especially after we just recently watched Philly's video that was talking about like, oh yeah, with jiggle physics, and people want that within My Hero, I question a lot of people. At this rate, you know how it is. He was telling people like, you know, y'all need to go outside. This and this. Honestly, we need to stop telling people to go outside at this rate. It's not helping them. They're scaring the hoes. They're scaring the regular people. They're scaring the normal people. You know what I mean? And I put normal in quotations. Let's stop telling them to go outside and touch grass. They don't need to. Would you write a fan fiction about Megan? No. That's it for me to say that. That's what I'm telling you. It is. That's cringe.
Similarly to the Gojo figure incident, let's just say there was a girl who emptied out the liquid contents of an item onto a poster of Bakugo. I would not look this up if I were you, but if you're curious, go on ahead. I have no explanation as to why someone would do this, but maybe I'm the foolish one for not understanding. Hint, hint, I'm not the crazy one. Before I get into more notorious crimes of this community, if you're new and enjoying the video so far, you might as well subscribe. Anyways, it's time to talk about the peak degeneracy known as My Hero ships, which are probably the worst part of about the fans by a large margin in my opinion. I don't even know where to begin with it, but I guess we can talk about the rampant underage shipping in the fandom. Considering the fact that this is a shonen anime and a majority of the characters are teenagers, we're prone to seeing some weirdos trying to ship teenagers with adults.
Honestly, get rid of this character. And mind you, I watch My Hero, but get rid of this nigga. Get him out of here. He's not funny in any form of way. He's a creep. He's literally a creep in teenage form. Get rid of him. I don't like his character. His quirk is actually kind of pointless to me. You could put a whole new fucking character in there and it wouldn't even matter. He's that kind of irrelevant to me. Now, if you like this particular character, I'm questioning you. If you're just like, oh no, but like he's so funny. He's like my favorite one out of all the fucking characters out of the show. You might as well be locked up with this goofy ass nigga. To be honest with you, like that, he's Master Roshi's clone. Basically, he's like a young Quagmire. Exactly. I don't like this character. Get him out of the show, please. For the love of God, get him out.
But the My Hero community does it at a prolific rate. For a quick little story time, let's go back like a month or so, and I was chilling watching a JJK leak stream. Then something caught my eyes as Pinoy Pin started to look through Twitter. What the actual expletive? This was my exact reaction to the tweet. Endeavor is 46. Owe Rocket is 16 years old. He's old enough to be her dad by a good bit. Not only are we shipping them, we have fan art of these two as well, and also fan art of these two at the beach in a seemingly romantic way.
This is a corrupt society. Do not have kids. I wish I was not born. Look at me!
Seriously though, I bet if you were in the wrong space, they'd call you crazy.
So why are her boobs so big? This is why I said, even in Philly's video talking about the jiggle physics, that I felt that this was weird. You're idolizing a teen, even in cartoon. You know, you gotta call a spade a spade, and you gotta call a diddler a diddler. That's I gotta look at you a little weird. There's no way it is that you're gonna tell me that that's acceptable. That's not acceptable. I'm sorry.
For calling out the sheer degeneracy between shipping these two. The post is dead talking about these two having kids together. If you really wanted to make theoretical kids with crazy quirks, there are like a bajillion other fire quirk users in the show that would have been better than the 46-year-old man. This tells me that you went out of your way to do this specifically with Endeavor to try to play out some crazy fantasy in your head.
You know your fandom, right? You know the bad side, right? Of course, yeah. What's your opinion on your ships? Don't you love your ship with Aerie?
Bro.
I
Fucking Aerie?
I can't even say I have words for this clip, bruh.
Whoa. You're fucking lying. You're fucking lying. You're lying. She didn't say that. I refuse to believe it is. She said Aerie. Isn't Aerie a kid like fucking 6, 7? I know you're. Oh, I know you're fucking lying. I know you're lying to me. There's no way. I am disgusted. She's 7. Because she's literally she looks like a baby in the show. The fact that you said that, I need you to go to jail. Immediate jail.
Like, there are so many things wrong, it's not even funny. First off, we should have known from the way you were moving that you were gonna act some BS. You know your fandom, right? And she's saying this stuff smiling. She knows where she's going with this. And she's asking the voice actor of Deku these questions, and he's rightfully panicking about this. I promise you, he's had to do this in the past before plenty of times. And then we proceed to ask him about a ship with a child that his fans have made for some ungodly reason.
It's weird. It's weird. Imagine being him, being asked that question. I'd be like, yeah, it's time for me to go. Like, yeah, it's time for me to go. Y'all have a great day. You know, you looked at that man dead in his face to say that, like you're shipping a relationship with a child. Yeah.
Reason? We know he has nothing to do with this stuff, right? Why would you ask him that? By the way, he had to go on Twitter to publicly ask everyone to not ask him about things like this. So basic sense and manners are clearly not present with some of these fans. And I ain't gonna forget about the bigger problem. The fact that Eri is 7, I repeat, 7 years old. You can count that on your fingers, by the way. Why is that something that people think about? And how is it popular enough for people to just casually bring up, oh yeah, Deku and Eri, oh yeah, that's perfectly normal? Some of these fans' brains are so cooked that they think a romantic relationship between a teenager and a 7-year-old is completely normal and should be promoted. The last portion of ships I need to address is the rampant shipping of Deku with his classmates. Although I bet my life savings that you can find a ship of Deku with every single other character in My Hero. For some reason, which I can't really explain why, a large number, not a majority, but a lot, of the fans who ship Deku seemingly do it exclusively with other male characters.
I don't. This is what I can say that I have seen, and I try to ignore it. I tried to ignore it because it's like nothing of that was confirmed for that to even be shipped. You know what I mean? They do this in video games too. Like, oh God, they do this in video games quite often. And it's weird to me where it's like, that's not even confirmed. Like, it'd be different if it's Apex because then that makes sense. You know, Valkyrie, Loba, there was a whole lore behind that. That makes sense. They actually, like, the developers actually put that in the game. But for y'all to actually, for fan fiction to ship this, and that's not confirmed, and that's weird. I know, right? That's crazy, Shadow, right?
Which there's nothing wrong with that, obviously. Besides the fact that the author practically puts up on a billboard that Deku and Uraraka have.
This I have seen. Believe it or not, they actually do hentai of these two. This I have seen. I have seen this on the timeline before on Twitter. I'm like, and when I mean as in like not just shipping, I'm talking about smashing them too. I've seen, and I'm like, that's weird. That's extremely weird. They're kids. They're children. They're children. That's all. I'm like, come on, come on. Some of y'all need to be locked up, and this is why I'm going to say that as much as I love anime, there's a separation that I have with anime community because there is a level of, I don't want to say this. I definitely don't want to say this, but we got to go back to shaming, not bullying, because then I would be advocating for something it is that can get me canceled. But shaming, definitely judging at this rate. Some things that it's like, you got to be like, you do know it is that these are children, right? The show is based off of in high school, right? You do know that, right? I want you to understand it. You know what I mean? Especially if you're an adult. You're a conscious adult, knowing it is of like this exchange.
Crushes on each other, which tells the audience that Deku is allowed to like girls too. And from what I've seen, some people will really die on these hills of like Todoroki and Deku being legit in Endgame. Fans be taking it too far, and then you see people making videos of Todoroki and Deku arguing over the last name they'll use when they get married. Yeah, that's such a crazy sentence. Oh my gosh. Like, what? Are people blind? Maybe I'm tweaking, but I haven't seen any romantic vibes between these two once in this show. Also, seriously, Todoroki, like come on, we can at least get someone with more aura or something. It's like if people were to watch Bleach, see Ichigo and Uryu, and tell people that they'll get married in the end of the series.
That's also weird too. And I don't even like Bleach like that, but let's keep it 1010. Like, come on, damn, come on now, come on. Don't piss me off.
Doesn't compute. Honestly, it makes me wonder whether some of these fans actually know how real people can interact in a friendship. I promise there are people who are genuinely convinced that the author has been hinting at some secret love triangle between Todoroki, Bakugo, and Deku the entire series. And yes, I'm not even joking either.
I would definitely have to say Deku belongs with Bakugo and Todoroki.
Okay, oh my gosh. So what have we learned today?
That, you know, I don't believe in kink shaming, but there has to be a level of shame. There has to be a level of shame. This is the part of like the community that I don't see. So that's probably a good thing that I don't see this.
To be honest, I don't even know. But on a serious note, it's important to state that not every fan is like this. There are a lot of My Hero fans, and not every one of them dresses up in Deku cosplay to do weird skits. Those cringy skit creators are probably in the minority, but their minority happens to be vocal and a bit larger than other fandoms. A lot of the normal fans of the show have had to consistently face the crimes of the weird.
I just physically cringe of them doing that. I just physically I just got an ick. That just gave me an ick. I don't like that.
Fans, because now everyone believes their series is weird. That's why it's important to grade a fandom on the max potential for a fan to be weird rather than just generalizing. We need to be asking questions like how often are the fans weird or how weird the fans actually are. What I've personally learned after doing this video is that the My Hero fandom clears the Jujutsu Kaisen fandom in terms of all-time worst fandom. Right now though, JJK fans have got to be worse due to the fact that My Hero fans have been toning down a bit in the recent years. If you've made it this far into the
That's actually kind of bad. That's actually terrible. That's terrible when you have JJK fans being much worse than My Hero. If this is what it is you're trying to tell me, then this is bad.
Video, special thanks to you, and I hope you enjoyed the video, man. I low-key went a bit insane making this video, and I think my For You page is cooked on YouTube and TikTok because of all the videos I had to find. It is what it is though. It's a willing sacrifice that had to be made for this. With that being said, I hope y'all have a great day and peace out.
Hey. Oh my gosh. Well, I learned something completely new within this video. But Ola Masama, shout outs to you. Thank you so much for the video. Shout outs to y'all in the chat. And shout outs to you at home. I just hope it is you're not as cringe as what it is we just watched. And I will catch y'all in the next video.
Oh, chosen trickster.